2021 cryptocurrency. It was a heck of a year, wasn't it? Millionaires were made. Lots of things happened in the market. Things went up, things went down. October was insane. And then all of a sudden, around Thanksgiving, we had this big fallout. And, it looked like it was going to start to come back, early December. But then it started to fall again. So we're going to look at the market as a whole, where we've been, where we're going. Forbes here, cryptocurrency, risk, opportunity, the good, the bad, and the ugly. For financial advisors, family offices, and investors alike, 2021 will go down in the history books as one of the most significant with respect to cryptocurrency. That is absolutely true. 2021 was insane for cryptocurrency. Many cryptocurrencies reached all-time highs, and the first ever Bitcoin EFT was approved by the SEC in the United States. At the same time, the Chinese government banned mining and trading in September. We had a big fallout in the market because of that, and ASICs were being moved all over the world. Things kind of went nuts for a minute. It's just a crazy time. Moreover, a famous meme, Dogecoin, was propped up by Tesla's CEO Elon Musk. If that wasn't enough, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, has been one of the major trends in 2021. Now, see, I have a whole new view on NFTs because I think there's a lot of manipulation that can happen there. If I buy an NFT or create an NFT and say I create another wallet and I buy it for a super high price, well then the value on the history is high. So, people are going to look at it as more valuable. So I think NFTs can be really manipulated in that way. However, the ratio of retail investors or individuals who have invested in, traded, or used cryptocurrencies is not high when compared to investments in equities. According to Pew Research Center, only 16% of Americans have invested in, traded, or used cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is very young. And because of this, I think it's a great investment. We're still in the baby stages here. 16% of Americans. Let that sink in for a minute. We have these markets going nuts the way they are, and the more gains that are made long term, the more you're going to have coming in to the fold on this. And I think it's going to happen in a big way because the investments are just great opportunities. You can't make that kind of money in the stock market. In terms of the stock, 6% of Americans have owned stock from the Gallup research. I think we're going to see more than 56% come into the crypto markets. When compared to crypto with stock, the ratio is rather low. To put things in perspective, as of September 30, 2021, the total market capitalization of the U.S. stock market is currently $48 trillion. However, as of November 2021, the total cryptocurrency market capitalization broke $3 trillion. Okay, so the thing that I really want to say about that is it took to the beginning of 2020 pretty much for the market to go from where it started in 2008 to a $1 trillion market cap. In 1 year, we 3x'd. Now, if we do that again this year, you're going to look at 6 trillion. Do it the following year, that's 12 trillion. I think we got a long ways to go in this market, and I think, having some money in there is a smart thing. It's a very wise thing. I think if you don't have money in there, you're a fool. The data would suggest that there is clear momentum for cryptocurrency to grow in the future. When analyzing the pros and cons of investing in cryptocurrency, we also explicate the tensions in what we refer to as good, the bad, and the ugly. Moreover, we assume that the vast majority of investors will utilize a CEX, centralized exchange, such as Coinbase, Gemini, and Binance to trade cryptocurrencies. I mean, this is what I was saying. I mean, look, this was the market cap. 2018, we saw this big spike, and it came down. And it was 2020, 2021, and it just exploded. I don't think this is coming back down. I think this is going to continue to go up. And the reason is because people can't trust fiat currencies anymore. They've learned it over and over and over again, especially over the last 20 years, that fiat currency is dying. So where do you have a safe place to put your money? This is why cryptos are doing so well. They might fall, but they come back. That's another thing I'm going to tell you is if you buy a crypto and it falls, just hold it. You don't lose until you sell. I mean, if it falls and you believe in that crypto, add to your bag. Don't get rid of it. Cryptocurrencies allow for a number of positive external, such as offer an opportunity to gain significant return in a short time, rapid growth, and this is expected to continue in 2022. The amount of initial investment is very flexible. For example, Coinbase allows users to start trading with as little as $2. CEXs offer reasonable APY, annual percentage yield, which is from 0.15% to 8%, meaning credit cards can be used to invest in crypto. The metaverse will have a positive impact on the crypto space. High volatility, the regulatory environment will have a huge impact on the crypto space. For example, having some technical knowledge to understand the value of the projects can help you make more informed decisions about investing into crypto. Some influencers have a huge impact on the volatility, price swings in cryptocurrencies. The cryptocurrency market is constantly evolving and changing 24/7, which means some people may need to invest money to utilize technology for trading. Investors need to get used to new tools, platforms that many crypto projects use, such as Twitter, Discord, Telegram. The pros and cons of crypto can be, in fact, two sides of the same coin, meaning investors can earn significant return in a short period of time, but this means they can also lose a lot of money in a short period of time, only if you sell. Or only if you're in a bad crypto where there's been a lot of rug pulls, let's be honest. So do your own research. I'm not telling you to invest in anything. I'm just trying to give you the best information I can. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. But do your research. Crypto can be life-changing money. I can't tell you how many millionaires were made last year. The only people that lost money are the ones that either didn't do their research or they sold when the price was low. You can't let fear rule you. If you're going to let your emotions rule you, you might as well not even enter this space because it can get scary. The thing that you got to remember is if you believe in a project, if you believe in what that project's doing, just because some other people have some fear, it can cause the price to drop. But at the same time, when those projects come through on their promises or get listed in exchanges, you're going to see those cryptos just run. And we're talking 10x, 100x. I mean, you can't make this kind of money in a bank. You can't make this kind of money in the stock market. There's just so many great things about crypto and how it can change your life. In terms of inflation, the reliability of crypto as a hedge against inflation isn't as good as gold, since cryptocurrencies are still relatively new as an asset class. I disagree with that. Gold didn't have the kind of gains you seen last year. As a matter of fact, there is no place you could have put your money that you would have done better than crypto. It's just an impossibility to even make those kind of gains anywhere else. And thus the jury is still out on this. With regards to volatility, volatility is high. And this is what I'm telling you, is you cannot, if you get into the crypto space, you cannot buy and sell on emotion. You buy something because you believe in it and you did your research. You sell to, once you get, up there, and you take out your original investment and you leave seeds behind, and those seeds can become millions. And then you take that original investment and you stick it into something else, and you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. All of a sudden you're flipping Johnny Appleseed and you got apple trees growing everywhere. There are many cryptocurrencies that have over time proven to be relatively stable, while the overall global crypto market has declined. This means technically investors can build a portfolio that reduces the risk of the volatility. In terms of the crypto regulatory environment, there is the possibility that new regulations from the SEC will have an impact on the cryptocurrency market. Okay, these regulations that they've been talking about forever, okay, they're going to have regulations, and it might drop the price, okay, but at the same time, you give it a couple of weeks, it's going to come back. If it's a good project, it will come back. And when it's talking here about reducing your risk because of the volatility, is exactly what I'm talking about. When you're in the money and you've made a good amount of money, take out your original investment. Leave the rest behind because it didn't cost you nothing. And let it sit there and just sit on it. Sit on it till it goes to the moon. I mean, this is my plan. In terms of the crypto regulatory environment, there is the possibility that new regulations from the SEC will have an impact on the crypto market. However, it is important to note that the regulatory environment from the US, as well as other countries like China, can have a short as well as long-term impacts on the volatility of crypto. Take, for example, China, which has banned cryptocurrency 20 times. However, for this first time, Beijing's 10 regulatory agencies, including the People's Bank of China, jointly announced in September of 2021 to ban all crypto and mining in an effort to root out all illegal cryptocurrency activity. Several exchanges, wallets, and other cryptocurrency companies have announced that they will stop providing services to users in mainland China and enforcing a sweeping block of all Chinese IP addresses on their services. They can do this, but I'm just going to tell you, VPNs, there's ways around it. I don't think they'll ever completely get rid of it. And, all these people talk about all the illegal things you can do with crypto. There's illegal things you can do with fiat. There's illegal things you can do with silver and gold. They act like it makes it easier to do illegal things, when the truth is, if you're going to do illegal things, you're going to do illegal things. I mean, this regulation's not going to stop that. Given the wording of the official document, which explicitly singles out overseas exchanges catering to Chinese residents, the industry appears to have taken an overly cautious approach. However, individual citizens will be threatened by the new level of enforcement remains to be seen, says Louisa Kinzuis, a director at China Focus Consultancy, Synologics. So my other thought here is China's trying to become a world leader. They've been trying to take the United States' place for a very long time. And the fact that they're doing this and makes me believe that that's never going to happen, because they're taking away their people's investment opportunity. And if you do that, like, how are you going to become a world leader? Because money coming into people's pockets, spending it in the economy, it creates a stronger economy. China's only hurting themselves with this. The announcement is also targeting any Chinese citizen working for crypto-related companies abroad, declaring their work is illegal and putting them at risk of being legally investigated. Often when China makes announcements that it will yet again is banning crypto, it has a short-term effect on sending the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum spiraling downwards. It does. But again, it always comes back. Beijing's utter disdain for cryptocurrency is because it threatens to provide an alternative to the Chinese government's top-down centralized currency control. Like I said though, this hurts the value of their currency, because if their people can't win on these investments, how is all those profits going to be brought back into their economy? It's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them big time. Moreover, this is also related to the Chinese government's development to rather promote its own digital yuan and the central bank digital currency. I doubt you're going to see many people from around the world invest in a currency that China creates. And the reason why I say this is because China's too controlling. The record value of private equity firm is transforming investing crypto. IRS reporting rules promise tax compliance and enforcement cryptocurrency investing predictions for 2022. Yeah, this, in terms of technical knowledge, if investors have knowledge of blockchain, that would be great, but CEXs offer useful information to investors in cryptocurrencies on CEXs are examined carefully. The most recent popular metaverse will bring positive impacts on the crypto space because NFTs will be used as an identification in the metaverse, and the metaverse includes economic activity, and that will be supported by cryptocurrencies, so more people will start using them. Finally, let's consider the worst scenario for investors that use the CEXs. It could be shut down, banned by the government, but this would be extremely improbable. In the beginning of the crypto space, we had a few crazy incidences like this. Mt. Gox. Mt. Gox. Lots of people got hurt. But I think over time, the exchanges have become a whole lot more safe places to keep your money and to do business. A lot safer than, say, MetaMask. I mean, I had 1,500 taken on MetaMask. It happens. I trust Crypto.com a lot more than I trust MetaMask. Indeed, Binance has some issues with some countries' authorities, but it keeps the biggest trading volume. Also, Coinbase spent $785K on lobbying in 2021. From open secrets data. Therefore, the worst case scenario is quite unlikely. Judging from these factors, investing in cryptocurrencies could be a good option for many investors, but it is critical to do your own due diligence. Don't look at me, man. I'm just giving you the information. You do your own research. This article is telling you to do the same thing. I'm not telling you to buy anything. I'm just giving you the information, and you go out there and do your own research. Do your own due diligence. And if you make money, great. That's what I'm here, is to try and just give you ideas to pursue, to investigate, to make money. And it's your responsibility what you buy, hold, and sell. So that's that article. I'm just gonna say, this year has been nuts. But we're looking here, Bitcoin's 47,000. Look where it was a year ago. Ethereum, 3,800. It's down about $1,000 right now. But again, look at where it was a year ago. All these have over doubled. All your main ones. Solana. A year ago, I think that thing was $18. It's almost 180. Doge went crazy. 17 cents from where it started. It's still crazy that it's 17 cents. Shiba Inu. It's got 4 zeros and a 3. But this thing had a whole lot more zeros. This coin right here has made a crazy amount of millionaires. Cryptocurrency investing at this time right now, I think it's my chance. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's your chance, but I think it's my chance. It's my chance to create wealth to the point where it may last generations in my family. That's what I believe about these markets. So let's talk about Bitcoin. Zoom out here a little bit. So this October 11th, 2020, we were at, what was the price here? $11,763.22. October 2020. So to October 2021, even with all this downfall and everything else, let's say exactly 1 year. What was the price this date? 50 grand. Now, it's fallen off a little since then. But what I'm seeing here is I'm starting to see this huge cup with maybe a handle forming. That's one way to look at it. I'm also seeing right here what I think is a head and shoulders formation, and this has been in a downtrend. And if this is a head and shoulders formation, when we finish up, which should be about 3 more days, I think we're going to see a breakout. I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. But the thing that tells me this is, one, Bitcoin, it's a great investment. I don't think you're ever going to see $30,000 Bitcoin again. I don't think you're ever going to see $40,000 Bitcoin again. We're undersold. Undersold. At 47,000. I think this right here is a signal that the trend's about to change. Ethereum. We had negative volume today. Look at this. Market cap. $500 billion. That's crazy to me. Negative volume, and we're still climbing. Up 1.16. This thing starts taking on some positive volume. This thing's over 4,000 in no time. Now, the thing that I'm seeing here is right here for a few days. This MACD line, the blue line, has come across the orange line, which usually predicts an upward trend. These lines were pretty darn close to each other. And now they're starting to come apart. If you zoom out here, let's see. Let's switch the time frame here to days. If we zoom out here, October 25th, 2020. You could have bought Ethereum for $437. Today, Ethereum is $38.29. This is why I'm telling you, you're not going to see investment opportunities like this again in your life. As we can see here, you know, on the daily chart, the orange line is above, which means we're kind of in a bearish territory here. But the last 2 days, we've had days where people have been buying, buyers have been winning. This little symbol right here is a symbol that tells me that the market trend is changing. Also, you can see this blue line starting to curve up. It crosses that orange line. It's like over here, you see the blue lines above. We're going back up. And when we go back up this time, I think we're going to see new all-time highs. I think that's, you know, a definite given. Not only that, but I'm feeling a little cup and handle-ish here. Same thing I'm seeing over in Bitcoin. Shiba Inu down 0.5% today. No big deal. At least it's not 10%. This is a coin that I am holding personally, a lot of. Ethereum, I mine Ethereum, so obviously I'm into that too. Both really good investments. Shiba, I bought at 5 zeros and a 7, and I bought a lot of it. And if we go back to, I think the farthest we can go back on this chart is January 3rd, 2021. So we're talking a year ago. So if you put I'm gonna say if you put $1,000 into it back then, you're a millionaire today. You probably have $10 or $20 million. The amount of holders in Shiba Inu is gaining every day. Every day we're coming up with more people that are buying this coin and holding it. And again, the volume is down 13.23%. But we're only down 0.5%. It's because we have so many holders, so many people that believe in this, that are hanging on, and they're waiting for that buying pressure to come back in. And it will come back in. This is what I'm going to say about Shiba. This is the 4-hour chart. This right here, this tightening up. The last time we had that much tightening up in them Bollinger Bands, if you zoom out, it was right in here. And we had this huge run. Well, maybe. Okay. It was about that tight right here too. Again, huge run up. On the 4-hour chart, again, blue line's coming up over the orange. We're undersold, which is good. All we need is a catalyst in this. We get one little catalyst, this thing's going to the moon. I mean, everything's telling me that I'm really, really bullish on Shiba. Let's look at the crypto stock screener on this one. If I can get it to come up. Buy, sell, buy, sell, neutral, sell. Looks like we're kind of split. I mean, these ones are further back. These ones are newer. I'm going to say it's a buy. All day long it's a buy. I keep adding to my bag every 2 days on that one. Especially at the prices they are. I think this thing's going to see the 5, 6, 7, 8 range in no time. And, you know, Shib's got a new game coming out here in a few months. They're always doing something. They're a good development team. But another coin I want to talk about is Shinobi. This one's a newer coin. This is one that I got in. A little bit more riskier, but I have a feeling that this is your next Shiba Inu. Look at the price here. I think a year from now, we're going to at least lose this. I think we can lose 3 zeros on this one in a year. I mean, that's 1,000x, you know. The thing that I'm seeing on this one, though, is I've never seen anything like this chart. And I think the reason why is because it's a new coin. And yeah, blue lines below, red lines above. But we're still up 2.66% today. I think this coin's going to do well. Again, do your own research. But these people are always doing some kind of marketing where they're burning coins or making investments, coin drops. They're constantly doing all kinds of things, and this is going to be one of the first coins, along with Lily Finance, listed on Saitama. Ravencoin. Let's talk about Ravencoin here. 8 days, 14 hours, 51 minutes, and 26 seconds. Now, I'm not going to say it's a guarantee, but this is when the halving happens. Now, if you're not familiar with the halving, if you look at Bitcoin's history in halving, every time it's halved, the price almost doubled. And, you know, Ravencoin is sitting at about 10 cents right now. But the reason why it doubles is because the rewards for mining the coin drop in half. So right now, the current reward, which I hit a block today, is 5,000 Raven. So that's going to drop to 2,500. The reason why I'm bullish on Ravencoin is not just because of the halving. Ethereum is going to come to an end in regards to GPU mining, because they're switching to what they call proof of stake, which you have to have 32 Ethereum, which is well over $100,000, to participate in proof of stake. So a lot of miners like me don't have 32 Ethereum, but we do have GPUs, and I don't see those GPUs getting sold on the market. I see that hash power getting moved over to Ravencoin or Ergo. I think a lot of it's going to go to Ravencoin, and the more the network grows, the higher the price is going to go. Because part of the value of a coin, especially a mineable coin, is based on the hardware that is mining it. The value of that hardware adds to the value of the coin. So I think when Ethereum comes to an end, we could see Ravencoin around $1. I really do. So I think I'm going to say Ravencoin $1 by the end of this year. And you know, I didn't talk about where I think SHIB's going this year. I think we can at least lose a 0, but I think we're probably going to lose 2. But if we lose 2, this is going to stay a 1. And this is going to stay a 1 until a lot of stuff happens. And I'm talking about coin burns. Because market cap just doesn't make sense with it going above that. Getting this to a penny, you have to burn 90% of the supply, okay? So I'm figuring if we burn 20% of the supply, we can get that to a 1 or a 2. Saitama. This is one that I'm heavily invested in. Saitama has a lot going for it, and the development team, in my opinion, is by far one of the best marketing teams out there. They've made a couple of mistakes along the way, but they've learned from them. But they've done things like sponsored fights, lots of other sponsorships. They haven't got listed on a whole lot of exchanges yet, but Saitama is kind of its own exchange, and the coins that are purchased on Saitama are going to have to use Saitama to purchase them. The reason why that's so important is because 2% of every Saitama transaction goes back to the holders, 2% of every transaction gets burned. So when these coins are traded on Saitama for other tokens that you can't really get much elsewhere, you're going to have hyperburns happen, where there's a ton of the supply getting burned away. And I'm going to say this could lose 3 zeros this year. I think it definitely could lose 3 zeros this year. Um, there's all kinds of great things going on with Saitama. This is still a pretty new coin, but as you can see here, the thing that I'm seeing happening was for, since the end of December, let's say, okay, we had this little jogging happen where we kept getting teased, but then we're getting a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more above that orange line, and now it's looking like we're hitting a breakout. And the reason why we're hitting a breakout, I think, is because everybody knows that Saitama is coming this week. We're not oversold yet. I think we will be oversold, but I don't think that's going to matter. People are saying Saitama, the COO said 7 days from yesterday, which was Saturday. But people are saying that it could launch early. There's lots of really good things that are happening with Saitama right now. A lot of people are saying Binance is coming. The other thing is we're pretty close to 300,000 holders. For being on as little exchanges as we are, I think we're further ahead than we were with SHIB at this point. I don't think we had 300,000 holders with the few exchanges we had. Saitama. There's going to be coin staking where you earn percentages, and that's going to be huge. But you're also going to be able to purchase other coins, like I said, with Saitama. This is one guy that I listen to quite a bit, Del Crypto, and he was saying that he heard rumors, and I'm just repeating what he said, that Saitama could drop on Wednesday. I was trying to find the exact quote here. I had it pulled up, but it got lost in the mix. Yeah, I don't know really where it went, but he said that he was hearing that it could drop on Wednesday. He's also been saying a lot about the coin being listed on Binance. And if you're familiar with Binance, coins that get listed on Binance skyrocket. So just this week alone, we've gotten listed on 2 or 3 exchanges, and we got Saitama dropping. I think by the end of the week we're going to see at least 1, maybe 2 more exchanges, maybe a big one. You also have Russ here doing an interview with one of the exchanges, and that hasn't been announced that we're getting listed there yet, but I'm thinking the fact that he's going to be talking with them is a big hint that we're going to get listed there. Also, he's going to do an interview, a NASDAQ interview next week. It's going to be broadcasted on all these channels. He said it's going to air around the end of January, but this is what I'm talking about. This team, this development team, is constantly making moves to advance this token. These are coins that are going to be first listed on Saitama. Now, all these coins, in order to buy them, and Lily Finance is exclusive to Saitama for a period of time. So it's going to be the only place you can buy it, and you can only buy it with Saitama. This is going to create a hyperburn, and this is going to help this coin at least drop to 0. That's my opinion, and like I said, do your own research. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments, what you thought about last year with crypto, where you think it's going this year. Let me know what cryptos you think are going to take off this year. And maybe I'll look into them. Maybe I'll do a video on them. That's all I got for you today. Have a good day.